What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, the coffee break, or in this case, tea break catch-up series where we sit down and have a bit of a chat about the week. In my case, the weekend, how things are, how life is, work, boring stuff, nonsense, but mostly, hopefully, hobby and other distractions. Sorry if I'm looking distracted. It's because things distract me, like little things on my desk, bits of paper, anything like that. I'm beginning to think now this is an ADHD thing, although I'll be long in the process of finding out. But whatever it is, it's definitely something. Okay? Anyway, end of another weekend. I'm not too thrilled about that. Don't know when I will put this video up. This is the, 25th, I think? January, something like that. Yes, 25th of January. So I'll post this video up onto YouTube sometime next week. That's not a problem. And hopefully it can be aired then. That's good. We're kind of catching up anyway, aren't we? So, what's new with you guys? How have you been? Hope you're all doing well and fabulous. Hope your hobbies are all going amazingly well. My hobbies are going really well. Just as I always say in these videos, I just don't have enough time for them. Not enough time. I've been working on Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've been working on assembling the rest of the models in the core box set, the second core box set, because I've assembled everything in the first one now. So obviously all the characters done. You've seen that by now. I'm just working on the terrain features now. And I have to say, man, you get a whole bunch of terrain in these kits. Even just like one set, you get loads of terrain. Enough to play your games. And now I've got 2 core box sets. I've got a nice lot of terrain. Plus some terrain here and there scattered around that I can use. I've got more than enough terrain for it now, which is great because terrain can actually be used. It's a usable feature in the game. It's an interactive function in the game. Like throw terrain at your enemies and stuff. And I've got this next stuff on. Take it off because I probably don't need it, or at least not for a while. I fell on the floor. Oh well, whatever. I think I'll be okay now. I've got the heating on for a little while if I can afford it. Oh my god. Anyway, cup of tea, which I'm going to be drinking in my mug. In case you're wondering why it says Bob on the front, this mug belonged to my father a long time ago. And when he passed away, my mum, whenever I went around to visit her, she always made my drinks in this mug. If I have a cup of tea or coffee, she always made it in this mug, and I've got it now just to honor that, really. Now that I don't have any parents, so this is like, as I've said before, this is the first year of everything, so it's all a little bit strange. So today is my sister's birthday, so she'll be feeling it like her first birthday without her mum. Just feels a little odd. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, it just feels a little odd. I picked up something this past week, or it came this weekend actually. Might have arrived Friday. A copy of the first issue of Warlock magazine, pre White Dwarf stuff here now, but published by Games Workshop, but it covered like role-playing games and all that kind of stuff. It was really amazing. I loved it. I don't think they did that many issues, so obviously I'm going to make it a mission to track them down and get them all. I think I had the first 2 issues as a child. Now I've got issue 1 again. I recognize the cover, straight away. I'll be doing a video on it. Well, probably on all of them if I, as and when I get them. So there'll definitely be a video at least on the first issue, because it was also heavily fighting fantasy based, and in terms of promoting Final Fantasy and that kind of thing. Because obviously, Games Workshop at the time they weren't set on a trajectory of where they were going with the like tabletop miniatures war game at the time. So Final Fantasy, still part owned by Steve Jackson at that time, and so they were promoting Final Fantasy. So there you go. And what a cracking! I know it's off topic, but what a cracking series of books that was, especially for your average schoolboy nerd. Wow, what an amazing set of adventure books they were. Absolutely brilliant. And not only were they great cracking adventures you could play on your own, just a couple of dice and a pen and pencil, and paper rather. Not only with that, but it forced you to read as well, which is like super incredible. And the pictures were great and all that kind of stuff. So I just gotta rub my eyes there a bit. Sore. I've been very tired this whole week actually, but by the time you see this, I hope I'll be partway through the next week, and looking forward to the countdown to payday. This month has seemed endless. I don't know about you guys. It's felt like I've been waiting for like 2 months for this month to come into effect. I'm just waiting for my payday. It's weird. It's a bit of a strange one. The month seems to take forever to get to payday, and yet time goes so quickly. How does that work? Anyway, you've seen by now. Obviously, I see I've managed to get part 3 of the Minkalesque tutorial up as best as I can with the IT issues I currently have with it. It's to do with the camera it's filmed on. But yeah, we're getting there. I don't know if I'll be continuing to do things that way in future or reverting back to a different alternative angle. I mean, as far as angles go, that's the best angle out there. There'll never be a great angle to actually paint at to get it on camera in shot, but that is definitely the best one that I've come across for the viewer, the viewer side of things. So yeah, that's all good. I'll sip of tea a minute. So work has been quite quiet lately. That's about all I can say. It's been quite quiet, which has been quite nice. Nice. I've no doubt there'll be some. I think probably the calm before the storm. But next week is my mission to. I've got a load of training modules to complete, like mandatory training things I have to go through. So I'm going to hopefully get those done next week before February. Although some of them aren't due till February, but it'd be nice to get them out of the way, wouldn't it? And that's that done for another year. They got to do them every year. But if I can, I'll get them done, and that'll be great. What else? So that's work. Personally, how am I doing personally? I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm average for what I am. With my condition and everything, it's pretty average. Not too bad. Full of aches and pains, but that's normal for me. Does the wet, cold weather make it worse? It can do. It can bring on arthritis as well, which is something else we all get when we get older, isn't it? Which is great. It can make things worse. I am generally speaking, I am better in the heat. So I prefer things to be too hot rather than too cold if I've got a choice. Excuse me. Oh, and that's physically. Mentally, of course, the short days don't help, do they? I think it's horrible. I don't like short days, dark evenings, which it's dark in the afternoon before you get to evening. I suppose that will change soon, a little bit at least for a while. When we change the clocks, put them forward. I'm not sure exactly when that is, but it'll be soon. So that will help. I have no doubt. What else? Yeah, so that's me. An uncle of mine died over the weekend. So that means I'll be going to another funeral. I haven't been to as many funerals as I have in the last few years. You know, it's awful, really. I mean, I hate funerals. Who likes funerals, right? But I mean, oh man, um, yeah, I'm always sad to see someone pass away. Of course. Well, I mean, he was old. It was expected, and that's life. That is the circle of life. So, um, I didn't really see him a lot anyway. Um, more so when I was a kid myself, when we used to have family gatherings. I suppose you could call them, where the family would all meet up and get together for like a sort of picnic affair, whether that was field somewhere, usually by a beach or on the beach. And we just have a good time. Sometimes we used to go on the moors, and that was quite fun as well. That was pretty fun. But I always remember him as being quite a funny guy. Like to make you laugh, and he liked to laugh and a joke. Pretty much like my cousin, who his son, 'cause he passed away several years ago now. I miss him quite a bit. He was full of life, incredible. You know, yeah, I miss him a lot. My cousin, but yeah, it's just everybody's dying as they get older as well. That's a tragic thing, and life moves on, doesn't it? So I'm not intending this to go in any morbid direction by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying it's what happens, isn't it? Okay, so what's next hobby wise? Well, I've just got to finish up, the shoulder pad decals of my blood angels. I've just got to seal them in. I'm not going to do that on the bench. That's just ridiculous. I'll seal them up. I'll do all that during the week and get them dried. I've got to prime the terrain bits and bobs for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've primed all the stuff from the original core box set. I don't think I'll need to buy any other terrain sets for the game, although who knows, I might do just to change things up a bit if I want to change the terrain a bit. May even invest in another gaming mat, a 3x3 that can be used for the game, so that I can change up the games a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. And that's it. Yeah, you're not. I can't help yawning. Part of my condition. I thought so. Right. Okay. What else? Oh, guess what I watched? Not last night. The night before, I watched Jaws, the original Jaws movie in 4K on my huge big TV. Oh man, it's brilliant! I love it. And last night I watched the original Alien movie, the first one where it all started. Again, 4K. Oh my god, the detail that you miss in the like the DVDs and things, like all the intricate designs around the space helmets and things that you see, the props. That's how films were properly made back then, without all the digital CGI stuff. They were proper games back then. So games, they were proper games. Yeah, they were proper movies back then. So yeah, looking forward to my next one, which will probably be Aliens. I haven't got that one yet. I'm buying them on 4K disc, so getting a little collection again. And then what I'm doing is I'm music magpieing my old ones, just or taking them to a charity shop or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, just changing up my stock, as it were. It's kind of cool. It's like starting again. With what movies do I watch? I've only got a few. It's kind of cool when I remember when I first got a video player. My very first one was when I moved away from home. I had about 3 movies. Or which one shall I watch? And so you watch the same ones a few times. It was good though. Okay, that's pretty much me. Although I'm not done with the tea. Feels like I've got something else Do get those questions in for P&Q, so that I can do an episode. I'd like to do one before my birthday, really, or on my birthday. It doesn't matter. So I've got another few weeks, several weeks yet. My birthday's 24th of March, so I've got a while yet to get. So I've not just got to get the questions in. I get the questions in, and I get them all printed up or put on my iPad or whatever. I don't know. I'm thinking of just being lazy and printing them out. Depends where I store them because they're coming in from a few different places this time. I've got a small collection, but not enough really to do an episode yet because I like to have quite a few questions. So get those questions into me, please, 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 please. I'll be very, very grateful. So I'll be back to work tomorrow. Oh, the weather, man, the weather. Went out with Dylan this morning, got absolutely drenched, soaked to the bone. Nobody enjoyed it, and we weren't out that long, just enough for him to do his business. And I was like, let's get back home. This is awful. Oh, couldn't wait to get back, dry off, have a shower. That was hard going. I'm hoping it's not going to be like that way tomorrow morning. First day back at work. That's all you want, isn't it? Right. Let's see if we can get this tea down. Not quite finished it yet. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm stoked for a lot of things. I've got so much stuff now that can be started with another project on the horizon, distant horizon, I have to say. So, but it is there. Might talk about it next month sometime. Maybe when I get paid in next month. Maybe. Fingers crossed, Dave. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go with that one. Yeah. Right. And there we go, folks. All done and dusted. So all that remains is for me to say is thank you for watching this episode of Chill with Pete. Thanks for chilling out with me. I always do appreciate it when you do. And please, please, please give a thumbs up if you can. That really helps. You've no idea how much a few thumbs ups helps get my views up because it helps the algorithm to push it to other viewers and then hopefully spiral. If this is like your first Chill with Pete or you're fairly new, go back, check out my. There's a playlist. I've got all the playlists. There's a playlist called Chill with Pete. Look at my chills from the beginning. From 10 years ago, is it? At least 11 years ago now. See all this kind of stuff that was relevant in the hobby and that then, and the things that came up and what we spoke about. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do remember all brushes lead to all. I'll see you guys on another video, and bye for now. Bye bye.